I turn off the light, y'all gonna get out of wet head spaces. Stop. They're strangling me, and it's restricting my airway. So air and when I breathe, like my neck, and they're doing it because they're trying to help out. I just ate. Hell no. Ouch, my back. Oh, they're hurting my back really bad. Yes, That is no go. He has to go. She has to go. Whatever you are, you gotta go. When I returned home, they talked about how I made them slow down and do the speed limit. Hmm. I'll put that somewhere. Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, it was me. It's always me. Like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Hey, selfish you cause. Show of hands, who knows what that means? Mm, 5 seconds. F word. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch, that hurts. They know I don't like to say that. Oh, my phone died? What happened? What is y'all's problem? Shutting stuff down like that. Hey, did you just, I just realized that that covertly, I mean that overt, I didn't mean to say covert at all. That says 666. When you put your pinky up, look. Okay, right, okay, and one, right, 1, 2, 3. That's bad. Oh. Mm-hmm. Look at that. The things you don't ever realize you're doing unless you watch yourself do stuff. I've never been one of those people. But I am just conscious in general. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I never really saw a need to, like, play in the mirror. Um, and I'm really low maintenance. Like, I don't like to have to do anything to me. Um, but I yeah. You know, when I have my little sipping cup, that's one thing. When I have that other cup, it's like smaller around here. So from this area right here, smaller. I don't get that effect, but I just realized that that was happening. When I was drinking like this, I said, put my pinky to myself. I'm thinking, put my pinky up like I normally would, and I automatically seen that. You know, they got so many folks that come out with talking about how they notice everything and all the in these that people do. And it's not just artists, you know. There's it's not like a Illuminati thing, and mostly it's not an Illuminati thing. Mostly, I'm talking about how there's people that notice it in like everyday world. You know, they see all the signs and the symbols, and they point them out. And for reasons like that, I have to watch myself. You know what I'm saying? Tell what it was because, I mean, first of all, I just spit way too much for anybody to ever think that about me. And then, second of all, like, I called myself out. And I'm too motherfucking harsh, too fucking transparent about how much I hate the devil. Like, for anybody to ever say or suspect anything like that of me. Hateful. They talk about I'm the same way all the time. Literally, like even not so much, but I'm just saying. They said reality TV. Once upon a life, when I was younger, I did want to do a reality TV show. Um, but it wasn't even about me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like me being myself, cause I'm okay with being myself. You get what I'm saying? But it was like me being myself and me having this interesting family. You know, like, um, and if you come across enough black people, you find that way too many things are similar. Okay, in terms of environments and being brought up. So, um, yeah. So once upon a time on the channel, I don't know, I had to be like 23, 24. Let me see, hold up. maybe 25. Maybe even up until the age 25. That might have been like the last time it came to me as a thought, and and that I didn't reject. So, back then, I didn't know that the government was communicating with me. It's another hindsight situation. So, with that being said, in hindsight, I know that it was them trying to communicate with me and see if I would chase that dream. Okay? And I wouldn't. I just acknowledge it like in thought. Like, that would be so cool. I have so much, like, there's so many things that are unique about me. And what I do and how I care for my family. Like, just how much I love and care for them, even though I'm in another state. Like, the times that we call and we talk on the phone. Me make sure I talk to my mom every day. Me and my cousins, my mom and my cousins, like, I'm in Georgia, she's in Ohio, they're in Colorado, us doing 3 ways. This is all stuff that everything that was cool about me way back then is all the shit that they try to display now, these days, and act like it's always been that way with them and their relatives. Okay? These demons are really for real trying to be me, like trying to be as close to being like me in a large ass motherfucking variation as possible. So, and me being on the road and how I yell and I scream when I'm on the road, and just like traveling back and forth like nonstop, making sure I got to see my people, and that I had a good time with them, and that I was able to come and not just be with them and be in the loop of what's going on and be able to keep up while I'm away, but being there in person and being like just a temporary relief. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just drink, and air it all out, or let's just drink and, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the problem was, whatever it may have been, just a brief break from it all. I showed up, like, on a regular basis to be that. And when motherfuckers leave home, they don't do shit with their motherfucking... Don't... Look, I mean, you have to see how I live, and the government watches it all the time. Like, they watch and try and live out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where they get their ideas from. It's like artificial intelligence. That's how they're making these things think to see and view things the way that they do in terms of family. When you look at how much African American alone relationships have improved over the last decade, bitch, that's me. Okay? When you see it on the white end, bitch, that's me. Wherever you see it, it's me. You get what I'm saying? And for every part of my life that I did not live out, so let's say if I was born into money and money was something that I had, like a lot of it, a wealth of it, and I wasn't in the middle class or the lower class trying to pursue middle class and further on and gain financial wealth. If that weren't my reality and the other reality was, this is what parallel reality is about, playing out every possible scenario. But because I didn't exist there, they didn't have to worry about me showing up there. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have to worry about me showing up there. And for the longest, the middle motherfucking class and like everything in between that and like real low life, like, wouldn't even try it. That shit happened when they found out that I'd been cast to motherfucking low life hell. Okay, and didn't have any earnings and wouldn't have any earnings for 5 years. That's what happened. So now that they didn't have to worry about me showing up there this entire year, they've lied about where I am. So, I said that to say, like, well, I already talked about all that. Like I said, that's me. Business ideas, all that shit, that's me. Entrepreneurship, that's me. And they'll attack you and fuck your entire life up to make sure that you don't show up where they got the motherfucking idea from. And for me, it's way worse because we're my bloodline is a human model. Everything comes from every single thing. So it's not just like, you know, in your world against your in your world of robots against your robots. You know what I'm saying? You come across somebody and you like you look into its, you know what I'm saying, its brain and see what's there, and you take that from it and you decide to implement it because you have the capital and they don't, and they're that lower middle class person, you know, that just talks about it, you know, talks about that dream they once had, and meanwhile this other motherfucker's over here that acted it out. I mean, when you try, there's often no way to get your voice to that level. So it's not, but I'm just saying it's not. They didn't do this shit to their own. Like, you know how the devil oppresses themselves and do all kind of fucked up shit to themselves. They live the same drama, the same horror, the same motherfucking lies and hate and pain all the time. Like, I'm not one of their own. It's much worse. I'm what they use to make all these variations of everything. My bloodline is what they use to make variations of things. Okay, like of robots. Whew, their hair started heating up on my neck. They burned this weave the other day. I ain't gonna talk about it. Ask me about it later. It says so that it's the type of stuff that don't be able to come out because of how we belong her. And I guess tonight I got something they want. They want some weed, so they high as fuck. They want some liquor, so they drunk. You know, and then for anything for what they can't get from me, the shit they really like. Okay, you know they got a motherfucking ton of crackheads they on. I'm talking about 1.3 million. You know what I'm saying? Crackheads that one agent will own. Like, it's really like that. So they high. You're then motherfucking. You can't even reach that high. You can't. You can't get as fucked up as federal agents. They high in ways that ain't no motherfucking body supposed to be able to get. And still had the appetite for just a little bit of mine. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want a little bit of my weed? You want a little bit of my liquor? Like, I ain't even got no, you know what I'm saying? I just got pennies. Like, why you take it from me? And they like, nigga, you see what we do to our crackheads? Like, oh, no. But I'm Christ. You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't. Your name is Sister Mary Patterson. From, you know what I'm saying? Like, out of nowhere. No, you ain't Christ. You're not Tequila Oliver. No, you are not. Okay, the time is now 12:15. So 0:15. Excuse me, I was yawning. 0:15, which means is after midnight, 15 minutes after midnight. Um, Now the 16th of September. I am in a lot of pain. My back hurts really bad. Um, I think I'm gonna call it quits for the night and watch a little bit of Tales from the Crypt. I want to watch an episode that um, I want to replay an episode, the one about the courtroom. You might have heard me mention it in the past. Wait, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you listen to it a little bit because this shit is hilarious. Okay, so look, it was on a straw. Also, I got a straw in my hand. You can't see that part, but look, I'm waving it. But anyways, so and that made me look at it a little closer, and I'm like, I realized, I remembered. I don't know if I talked about it in the video, but a couple of days ago they knocked some sheesh into my kitchen drawer where I keep my utensils at, and that's what was on that knife. It was burnt hookah tobacco. And in case you're wondering, I thought it was steak and I didn't smell it, but that's not the only reason why. It's the government, and I'm always safe. Okay, so something I just noticed, observation. Um, I was looking at my windows, kind of like the ones in my bedroom, to gauge, like, you know, whether I wanted to walk or not, even though, you know, I walk anytime, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. When I decide. But I look and I notice Samantha's car is missing. And they're talking about how she has to run day and night, and that's why something about the neighborhood is different tonight. She's trying to disassociate herself with the attack that she made on my car, so she's hiding out. They didn't say whether her baby dad had it or whether she was running. They often call him her and claim she's running. I told you he served the same purpose for her that Steve served for Kelly. Okay, and when they had Steve in the apartment downstairs, they were calling Kelly Samantha before that, okay? Like, but they're trying to get her out of some shit, as usual. Oh, and when I started my car today, it was making a noise again. Drove for almost a week. You know, I hadn't been driving a whole lot, just here and there, because I was planning on spending those 14 days inside. Like, it had a noise today. Was not driving like a Benz. As they mocked that they put me in a different frequency. So they were openly mocking, you know, the type of cars they were claiming that I was in and who they were claiming I was. So I threatened to leave and go for a walk and to pass by Samantha's place. And they panicked and they stopped bloating my stomach. I've been complaining about my stomach for hours, okay? They're doing an extreme bloat because they're calling me Steve, Kelly's boyfriend, okay? So I threatened to walk and pass the other side of the street, this street. All those that are lying and claim don't live on this street. And they immediately started reducing some of the bloat in my stomach. And then I took my hoodie off and was like, pretty much that's what I thought. A male agent is threatening a female agent that they're going to get caught. Oh, they jammed my thought. He said medically. What did he just say? Y'all are going to get caught medically. Something these people. Referring to me as more than one. And saying that they're going to get caught and all the lies. They poured us the psychiatrist and CSS. And they had, you know, they often revisit the same thing about the court, about how municipal court is losing their minds, knowing that they're also going to get caught up in this because of what I put on paper that they wouldn't acknowledge. Okay, I'm about to attempt to try to go to sleep because I feel really sleepy, but you know how that goes, right?